Hey guys, Brad here. Just wanted to go over real quick with you what the options are for the Rimfire bases, just to kind of clarify some things and tell you about the features. So, no matter what you get, the leg base or the stake base, this upright from these two bolts up is the same. You can get it in single hook or double hook version. This one's obviously the single hook. Now it's got a loop that is got a 1/4 inch notch in there, so you got to get the targets in right in place and get it down over that barb. And that is how the targets go on. Now you'd think, what are the odds that a target's going to get all the way up off of there? Pretty dang good. I guarantee you, every match we had before, without the keepers, you run too small of a target and that bad boy is coming off. So that shape in there serves a purpose. Try to do this one-handed here. So that shape is made to accommodate a 3/8 carriage bolt. So you pop that in there. These can be, you can source these yourself if you want to get them locally. I do have some grade 5 ones that I sell with this. A lot of times when you buy them locally, they're grade 2s and they're really soft, and over time you will have issues, but you know, they're pretty cheap, so it's not that big of a deal. But you put that bolt in there and now you don't have any chance for the target to fly out. You don't have your matches being held up. You don't have any issues, have to go down range. So that is extremely cool and a feature that has been on there for a while. I just don't think I've done a good enough job of explaining it to people. So there you have it. The stake on the back end, on the bottom end of this, is 1/4 inch AR500 steel. So if you need to pound on it, you can. It's going to hold up to years of abuse putting this down into the soil or whatnot. You can put your foot on here and use that to push down. The barb on here helps keep it in the ground, so that way it doesn't work its way up. So when you push this all the way down, so the ground is right here, and this barb, when you're torquing on this with impacts, those both work together to make sure that this thing stays put. You don't have issues with your stands tipping over. Now, granted, if you've got really hard soil like the gravel I've got in my range here, doesn't work very well with the stake bases. Some down south, some of you guys got really hard soil. It can be a pain. If you're shooting out in a field pasture and you've got black soil that's softer, these work really well. Or sometimes you just have to deal with the inconvenience because the price is right, because it's a more budget friendly option. But that is the stake base. The other option, my personal favorite, is the leg base. So same upright bolted on to this base. This is as simple as sitting on the ground and you're ready to shoot. Pack up, just as easy. Pick it back up and you're ready to go. The other cool thing about this is that this is able to flat pack. So right here, got a pin. All you do is pull that. These two pieces slide apart, and I can lay these down flat in the back of the pickup or on my shelving in my target barn. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to break these down a lot smaller, and I can get the stands, all these stands that I use for our matches, they're kind of stacked up in a row, and while it's not the end of the world, it is going to be a lot more convenient to free up all that floor space so I don't have to be tripping around them getting to my other targets. So all it is a hand pin, so you don't have to have, or a hairpin, I think these are called. So it's completely toolless. You can put it back on there and you're ready to go. The other really cool feature about this is that these legs are perfectly tapered to accept 3/4 inch EMT conduit. So right here is the exact same stand, but it's on 5 foot of EMT conduit legs. So if you've got intermediate berms, snow, other things to deal with, heck, you just want to get the target up a little bit higher for the fun of it. It's the same exact stand. You put whatever you need to. You don't have to make them this tall. You can just add a foot or two of it to if you want. Just gives you some additional options to make sure you can use your targets where you need to use them. So same exact thing, break it apart, breaks down flat, lay it down in the pickup, makes transport and storage a lot easier. So this is my personal favorite. Now you could say to yourself, well, of course, Brad, it's your favorite. It costs more money and you sell these. So yeah, duh, of course it's your favorite. Well, that is not an incorrect statement. I do honestly love these. I could not possibly imagine going back to the stake bases. Now the stakes are really low profile, so they got that going for them. But with this new flat pack feature on these, I'll run them without the legs on them at our range. It's nice and flat. We don't have any issues. So I'll run it like this, and they're not going to take up hardly any space, and setup is so much quicker. We color code our targets beforehand. A lot of times we'll set them all out and paint each stage different colors, so that way we can throw them in the back of the pickup. We get there, we say, all right, blue stage is this one, this is the ranges, and it makes it so easy to set up and tear down. So yeah, if you got any additional questions about anything with these stands, feel free to contact me personally, and I will get back to you with an answer.